It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up ahead,
and we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Or just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And some room to work. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading them out, their signal. His 4th season in the NFL.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Off the play fake, Oliver. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Oliver. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Oliver throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Oliver. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Off play action. Oliver. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Jones. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, 27 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Oliver. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Up the middle they go. Colvin. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, Colvin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oliver. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he is going to have the Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you're on a drag route against someone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Oliver. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing Jones. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And some room to run now. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, how about almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now? But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Up the middle they go. Colvin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. But once again, they showed passing formation, showed a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oliver. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said was we were walking off the field. We're playing mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw. He turned into an interception. To a short gain on that. It almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down now, Colvin, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Oliver. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Looking to throw. Oliver. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing again on second down. Jones, he finds his man, complete. It's Schwartz, finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Real part, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Jones. Touchdown Raiders. From 10 yards out. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. incomplete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite on 23 more on that one. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Buying time to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, Oliver. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Come on. Hey.
A final shot before break. Oliver, he's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On second down, Colvin, and room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the tripping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Oliver. He finds his man. Complete. That's Dawson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Oliver got an open man at Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 2nd down. Oliver, he finds his man. Complete. That's Schwartz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll run on first down. Colvin, he'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, what a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 and spot it at the 14-yard line. Nice run. Pick up of 11 and a Texans first down.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Colvin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9.
These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't throw the effort on this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Texans are back within a score. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First and 10, Taylor now. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Throwing on second and 8. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense taking over again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
23 yards, the final tally. Looking to throw. Oliver forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 24 yards the gain there, another first down as well. Looking to throw. Jones got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schwartz. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone.
He had some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 official. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Oliver.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jones on the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
D'Angelo Malone in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Holding. Defense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. They run the counter. Colvin, a loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go, start.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Schwartz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oliver.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark. And obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now a handoff, Taylor with it, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the first down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Las Vegas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down.